Hello, Curious, and welcome back. Who here does not remember Reese Witherspoon? The actress is best known for her iconic portrayal of the main protagonist in the movie Legally Blonde, and to this day, it feels as if the film had come out yesterday. But I'm afraid to break it to you, but it has been 20 years since the movie has hit the screens. What has the actress been up to since then? Why are some who consider her to be the most powerful in Hollywood? How did she go from being an ordinary girl to being respected by the Hollywood elite for what she is today? Reese is not only an actress, but also she has a very successful career as a producer and also as a mother. And how did she manage to make millions and millions of dollars? Stay with us until the very end to find out the latest news about the star. But before we continue, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. It is no surprise that actors earn millions, but Reese has been named one of the richest actresses in the world by Forbes magazine, and many had wondered what had happened and why the 45-year-old had gotten so much money all of a sudden that her net worth has been estimated at around $400 million. Well, she is not just an Academy Award-winning actress, but she is also the owner of Hello Sunshine, a newly formed media company that she had not long ago sold a majority stake in to Blackstone Group Incorporated for an undisclosed sum of money. But don't worry, soon we will tell you all that we know, so get yourself comfortable as we tell you all about this star. While we do not know the exact sum of serious cash involved, there had been some estimates for the worth of Reese's company, and the amount is mind-blowing, and it can be agreed that deciding to fund this company was a great business plan on the actress's part. As it was reported by Reuters news agency, who had spoken of people who are involved in the financial world, they claimed that Witherspoon's media company could without any problems be valued at $900 million, which is a mind-blowing sum, and clearly, selling a major stake in a company also worked in the actress's favour financially speaking. Now, some of you might be wondering, how is it that the industry where there is a multitude of media companies, how did this one, in particular, had managed to position itself so well? Was it a big name that came attached to it? Maybe, by part, but the main reason is that this company is proudly led by women, who are the names behind series such as HBO's Big Little Lies, Apple TV's This Morning Show, and Hulu's Little Fires Everywhere. Founded in 2016, it is a relatively young company, but one of a mind-blowing success. But there is a key to the whole thing, and as Joe Baratta, global head of private equity at Blackstone, had said, the growing demand for high-quality content is one of our firm's highest conviction investment themes. And the man has an important role to play in all this, as he is the one executing the deals that Hello Sunshine gets. Now, the sort does not mean that our actress is going to be left out of the company she created. She will continue to be a key part of all the decision-making taking place. Other staff that Reese has been working alongside have been former Disney executives Kevin Mayer and Tom Staggs, who will be working as directors of the company, as well as Sarah Harden, who will join the company as the CEO of Hello Sunshine. When it comes to the company that she has created, Reese is very proud of her accomplishments, but she also wants to vindicate the role of women in the entertainment industry, and in her own words, the actress said, "I started this company to change the way all women are seen in media. I am committed to continuing to create opportunities for filmmakers, authors, and creators of all backgrounds and experiences to tell their stories in their own way and reach more audiences who will see that their stories matter." But besides being a successful actress and businesswoman, Witherspoon exemplified perfectly that any woman can be exactly what she wants to be. In addition to all this, you can also see her being a dedicated mother to her 3 children. 22-year-old Ava, recently turned 18 Deacon, the fruit of her failed marriage to Ryan Philippe, with whom she recently reunited for their son's birthday, and she has also a 9-year-old Tennessee, whom she shares with her current husband, Jim Toff. In interviews, she has also pointed out that she is brutally honest with her children, adding that to some it might seem like something cruel, but she thinks that it's the best way to achieve success, and that lying and seeing all the lies in children can bring worse consequences later in life as they grow up. So curious, would you be brutally honest with your children? Coming from a person as successful as Witherspoon, maybe she has a point. What do you think? But going back to what we mentioned at the beginning, and if you, just like us, had a little bit of a crisis realizing that Legally Blonde has been released 20 years ago, we have some good news, as the long-awaited 3rd installment of the franchise is on the way. Just like the previous 2, this movie surely will have all the requirements to be a part of pop culture history. Also, we don't know about you, but thinking of these movies for some reason makes us think back to one of the most talked about topics, which was aspiring lawyer Kim Kardashian and how she might have gotten involved in the Free Britney Spears case. So if you want to know more about that, then be sure to check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. Although it is worth pointing out that behind this iconic movie, there is also something else that ensured its legacy within pop culture. And that is, of course, the fashion choices that cannot be imitated well enough to match the style of Elle Woods. Of course, the fashion choices are excessively pink, and the protagonist of the story had made many think back to a Barbie doll. Without a doubt, just like this movie had gone down in history, so have the outfits featured in it. But there have been plenty of other iconic clothes that have gone down in history, one of them being the idea of revenge dresses. And if you want to know more about that, why not check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. Now, if some of you have a little bit of a hazy memory when it comes to this film, then don't worry, we can give you a little rundown, maybe even inspire you to have a little rewatch. Okay, so obviously the movie focuses on Elle Woods, who is played by the protagonist of today's video, Reese Witherspoon. She is a blonde girl with a sweet and cheerful character who has a fixation with the color pink. And as we see throughout the movie, she has a dream to graduate from Harvard Law School. You know, like it's hard. And she wants to do this in order to get her ex-boyfriend back. Incidentally, she is naturally fit for a career in law and the courts, and proves that you really shouldn't judge a book by its cover, because although she looks like your stereotypical dumb blonde, as they say, Elle's character proves that looks don't tell you everything about a person. In her struggle, she does not want to compromise her style to be taken seriously, nor does she intend to conform to the stereotypes of gender and style and how successful women are told they are supposed to be. This is also a good example of the neo-feminist awakening, in which the character flaunts her super feminine outfits, but also struggles with the toughness that a career in the legal world needs. Simply put, Elle's wardrobe is iconic and crucial to the film's message of female empowerment, and also to trying to break the age-old stereotype that blondes are dumb. Simply, the movie enhances all the stereotypes of women, highlighting the color pink in every step. Besides that, curious, if we were to see once again the whole movie and pay attention to each of the outfits that the main character wore, we can see that they were surely carefully chosen, because the outfits she wore are ones that would never go out of fashion. We can't forget the dress that she wore to the graduation scene. It is simply a classic, and it is a look that can be seen on red carpets and other events requiring to dress up, to this day. But is the Legally Blonde movie, in your opinion, an example of neo-feminism? However, despite the fact that the movie had come out 20 years ago, in the midst of 2021, Legally Blonde is still relevant today, and maybe even more so than ever since, long before the Me Too movement came about. The issue of intimate abuse and misconduct in the film industry and other workplaces in general, and how to power dynamics are in addition to the above. Celebrities like Ariana Grande and Kim Kardashian continue to fuel the legacy of the Legally Blonde by their video tributes that simply continue to delight audiences. In addition to the sequel that was released in 2003, the third installment of The Adventures of Elle Woods is planned for next year, so in 2022 we will once again be delighted in a new adaptation that will surely be relevant to what is going on in the world right now. And as you remember, earlier this year a group of female athletes at the Olympics, when they protested the choice of uniforms and opted to wear ones that covered their bodies more, had caused quite a stir. The case had gotten so much coverage, and when the Norwegian volleyball team got fined for not wearing their essentially bikini outfits, the singer Pink had stepped in and offered to pay it for them. So with all the women empowerment in recent years, it will be interesting to see just how they put Elle Woods at the forefront of it all again. I'm so curious, what are your expectations for the movie that is planned for next year? Do you think that Legally Blonde will remain a part of pop culture? Have you seen the film previously? Did you know that Reese is a very respected woman in Hollywood and that she created a multi-million-dollar empire out of Hollywood's basic needs? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and if you enjoy our content, you can support us by clicking on the thanks button below. Until next time.